Welcome back to my channel. I'm EG and this is a Wednesday Reads book review video. But first things first. It's so pretty! This is the hardback copy of my book, Speaker of Words. I am so excited. It is, it's so beautiful. It's got, wonderful binding. The back looks stunning. The front looks stunning. And look, there's interior pictures. Okay, enough of that. Enough of me showing off. It is now time to actually get on with the book review. This week I read a book called Iron and Ivy, which is book 1 of the Exiles of Eire series by Brie Tart. It was quite good. I don't know if I'll be able to describe the plot terribly accurately because there's a lot that is going on. So let's start. We have, first things first, the main character Maya was saved in the womb by the the Eire. I'm bad at Irish Gaelic pronunciations, sorry. They're sort of fairy, they're the Irish equivalent of the Scottish Sidhe sort of thing. And anyways, so they fairy basically as we know it. So the main character was saved by the fairy Riona in the womb, and then was therefore claimed to be a changeling that belonged to Riona, and she would come to collect some years later. And so events happen and Maya gets stolen from her family and things go bad there because problems. It's a very, very interesting situation with her and her mother. Her mother's got schizophrenia because of the whole incident with Riona, and it's very, it's quite sad. Anyways, so Maya gets taken, and then then gets embroiled with the political situation there, which involves Eire, who is the key which keeps all of the fairies kind of in their lands. He keeps them from coming to the human lands because there was threat against them and they didn't want to die. So he is sort of trying to take back his own power because his life is connected to another fairy who is connected to Riona in a different way, and it's oh my goodness. So anyways, there's a lot of intrigue, there's a lot of characters, and a lot of things that are going on in this story, and I think it was very well done. I think the characters were fleshed out very well. I think the chapters kind of switch between Maya and Eire as the two main characters, and even when you're not in their heads, you really get a sense of what's going on with everyone, and they're fleshed out in a way that makes them unique, but also you can tell they're part of this group of people, and it's interesting because Maya is different and she has to figure out how to survive, and there's a lot of detail that could go into this, and it's very much more on the psychological level than the I would say action level, although there is that too. That's there too. And I think it was well done. I think the author, she definitely explored the options thoroughly. And I think she also did her research. There are a lot of stories out there about fairies and the fae and mythologies. However, this one was researched in a way that was more traditional than otherwise. This was definitely not your modern fantasy idea of fairies. This was more the traditional Irish/Scottish. I know they're slightly different, but they're very similar in certain ways, and this kind of encompassed both. So it talked about that, and it talked about the connection to Samhain, which is Halloween basically. And yes, I realize how it's spelled. It is pronounced Samhain, just so you're aware. Linguistics tip for you right there. Anyways, So their connection with Samhain and how they react to iron, and there were other aspects in there that I had forgotten, even though I've done this research a very long time ago. And I really liked that. I liked the fact that it was relying on things that have sort of been forgotten in some of the modern fantasy. Not that the modern fantasy ideas are wrong or bad, it's just different, and it's interesting to see a move back towards the traditional while still remaining connected to the modern ideas. So as far as the ending goes, yeah, cliffhanger. Surprise! No, this ending, it left you right in the middle of the action. Things were getting fascinating and political and intriguing, and there's going to be many things that are going on, and I wanted to know more, and it ended. So yeah, be aware of that. Good ending. Definitely left you wanting more. So yeah, bummer. But oh well, that's how it works. And guess what? There are probably more books out there. This is what happens to me. Anyways, in a nutshell, very well written. Characters were definitely fleshed out, and the ending left me desperately wanting more, like crawling on my knees, begging, please, please, please. Anyways, so it was a very good book. I definitely enjoyed it. I liked the research. I liked the tradition. I liked the characters. They're fascinating. And it was also a very interesting exploration of people's mentality and psychology. And with that note, because spoilers, I'm going to say that's all I've got for you this week. I will see you next time. So excited about that. And that's all I've got. You can find all of the links in the description box below for Brie's book, for pre-ordering Speaker of Words if you're interested. You can find me on social media. You can talk to me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I have a website you can browse, which has my email address if you want to get in touch with me that way. I also have a bunch of things coming up, which might be of interest, might not. We'll see. So that is all I've got for you. If you want to see more of this, please subscribe. And otherwise, I think I need to go tend to a cat. Bye.